breaking walls. He wants to be a bulldozer.
He wants to be able to break metaphorical walls so he can have the love of his life.
Now we're speaking my language. This is very bachelor coded.
You got X-Men. You can use this.
Nerd Reactor, roll out.
How's it going, guys?
Good. How you doing?
Good. All right. So I'm going to be asking a lot of regretting questions. So first one.
No you question?
No you question. maybe you. This one will be about you guys.
Okay.
Joshe Boone, he's directing this. He also did New Mutants. And I was wondering if your regretting characters were to have mutant powers, what would it be?
Like, what would they actually have, or what would we want them to have?
Take your pick.
What would they actually have? Jonah, okay.
Maybe, well, she would want, like, clairvoyance. She would want to be able to hear Claire's thoughts, know everything that Claire is up to. It's also what I want.
Yes.
By the end of the movie, though, I was going to say Morgan would want just the power of persuasion to maybe, like, let her dreams come true.
There you go.
What about you?
Okay, Jonah in the movie, he wants your character.
Yeah.
There's this like wall that he can't have, so he wants to be able to
breaking walls. He wants to be a bulldozer.
He wants to be able to break metaphorical walls so he can have the love of his life.
Now we're speaking my language. This is very bachelor coded.
You got X-Men. You can use this.
Yeah. It's funny. Like if you had those powers, there would be no movie. It's like solved instantly.
Exactly. That's with most movies, I guess. There's usually like one obstacle that it's like pretty significant. But if you got rid of that, we got no movie.
It makes romantic comedies hard, or romance is harder now, because back in the day, if you missed a letter from someone at war, you like married the wrong guy, and a decade
cell
later.
Cell phones make things a lot easier.
Yeah, cell phones. Yeah, in theory, but.
And for this movie, there's a lot of like just regretful actions, and I was wondering for each of you if you can send a text to like either your younger self or your character's younger self. What would that text say?
Invest in Amazon.
Oh wow. Yeah. That's good. That's good. Very Back to the Future.
No, that's not my actual answer.
I'm gonna go with. I would just tell myself to. It's okay to just put yourself out there and take more risks. I was just like kind of a shelled up, quiet, shy person, and it took me a while to get out of that. And so, just pushing him to not be so scared to put himself out there.
Yeah, maybe I would say it's gonna be okay.
It's gonna be okay. All right. So let's say if you can choose between changing something from the past, like a regret from the past, or reliving like a favorite moment over and over again.
Reliving, but this always makes me think of Our Town, which is in our movie, because in Our Town, Emily is deciding to go back in time, and the stage manager is like, don't pick an important day. Like, just any ordinary day is powerful enough. And so I think about that a lot. Like, anytime I look at pictures of our son, I think I would love to hold him again as like a little itty-bitty guy. What would you say?
Oh, gosh. Like, this is not the answer, but the first thing that comes to mind is just, like, walking around Paris with my wife.
So nice. That could be the answer.
Just, like, I don't know.
Beautiful.
Yeah, just, like, a nice day. But, like, I could do that.
You could fly there tomorrow. Let
me think of a better answer.
The premiere.
Let me think of something I couldn't just do tomorrow.
The night you guys met, would you redo that? The New Orleans craziness? Would you relive it?
I would. It's probably not top of the list. That was a wild night.
That's what I'm asking.
But let's go with it. That was a lot of things happening that night.
Why not?
Yeah. But Dave, Allison, it's a pleasure chatting with you both. And have a great rest of your day.
Appreciate it,
Thanks so
much. Scott, how's it going?
Good. I'm doing well. Yep.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. Regretting you.
Yep.
You're in this. And a part of me was like, all right, Scott's in this. I'm rooting for him.
Okay.
And then I'm watching it. Spoiler alert. I'm like, oh, okay. So for you diving into this, what was that like for you just tackling this type of character?
Well, I remember speaking with Joshe Boone about it, and he really wanted the character to be really likable and really sort of affable and not see this plot twist coming, which I won't give away. And that kind of be the catalyst for what happens in the movie.
Yeah. And Regretting You has themes of just, characters or just humans doing things, and then sometimes betrayal, grief, regrets. And I was wondering if there's anything in your career where you wish you had done things differently.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's a few. There's a few things. But, that's all part of life. Like, those are, like, the more powerful learning experiences. You don't learn really that much from success. You learn from failure, or you learn from making a choice that either went against your gut or sometimes not. Sometimes you're like, yeah, maybe I should have given that more thought or attention, or maybe I should have examined that idea a little better, or and so you learn from those things.
Yeah. And I want to go the opposite of that. If there's one moment in your career where you would be just excited to revisit, like, I'm down to do this over and over again.
Well, I would say there were moments. There were moments like getting to go down and shoot in Cape Town. Powerful movie we shot down there, Invictus. And there's just sort of like moments along the way where you're telling like a true story, or you're telling something where it's just like a little bit more powerful, and you kind of, sometimes you forget it until after, and you look back and you're, oh wow, that was really great, and maybe to get back just to like feel that again, or be back there for like a snapshot would be interesting.
Yeah, and I was wondering, like, if you would do anything, like, let's say your film projects with adrenaline stuff, like the Fast and Furious series, would you like to do stunts over and over again?
Stunts are easy. I mean, if you're taking care of your body and you're doing the right things, like, stunts are fun. I find those to be like sometimes more like easier than some of the other parts of the business, just because they're like physical, and I don't know, I can grab onto them pretty easily.
Yeah. And going back to Regretting You, because your character, I do think like he's charismatic and all of that. So, like, for you tackling a character that's just, I think, layered.
Sure.
Like, what was that like for you? Like, just finding like the details for the character that surprises you.
Yeah, I think playing the reality of it, right? He's a great father.
Yeah.
Maybe not such a great husband, and he's got some secrets, and secrets weigh on people, right? So just trying to play that.
Overall, career, fondest memory that you're like, yeah, I really enjoyed this, and maybe if there's like something in the future, I would go back to it.
One moment, or one fondest memory. I've gotten to meet so many people from every walk of life because of this career, and travel the world. I don't know if it's like one moment, but it's just, I think it's like an amalgamation of what I've sort of been able to do over the last 20 years, spin around the globe like 50 times. And that opportunity in itself is really great, because a lot of people don't get to do that.
Regretting You, not your first rodeo with the books, romance, drama, etc.
Right.
So, tackling this again, what was that like for you? It was like, I know what to do.
Well, again, every movie has its own unique set of problems. So I'd say that there's some things that you can't plan forever, but I'd say for whatever reason, I'd probably need a therapist to figure it out. I've always made coming-of-age stories, literally everything I've made. Even the Stephen King, the first hour of that is a coming-of-age story with Fran and Harold, So for whatever reason, I'm drawn to stories about parents and children. My first movie, Stuck in Love, very similar to this. Greg Kinnear and Jennifer Connelly are the parents. Nat Wolff and Lily Collins are the kids, and you kind of cross between those two stories of love and loss and whatever's going on in their lives. And again, Fault in Our Stars, same tonal universe as this one. I really bring what I bring, which is the cast, the soundtrack. If it's an original, there's a lot more writing done. If it's an adaptation, you got to go do different sort of writing on it. So the movies, I feel like, all have my tone. And these three movies in particular all exist sort of in a I don't know, in a place that I kind of wanted to make movies, kind of like Cameron Crowe when I was younger. I loved Say Anything so much, and I loved Jerry Maguire and Almost Famous, and love him so much and the way he used music. So he was always my guiding light for movies like these ones. Sorry, I only gesture because there's a poster there that I've been staring at all day. So I'm always just like, hey, McKenna. And I was also drawn to the moment in a teenager's life where they realize that their parents are fallible and human, and that you don't really know their inner life in any way. That they have sacrificed things for you don't understand and will never understand. I don't know. That was I was drawn to that, and my first movie has some of that in it as well. So I'm the variations on a theme.
Oh, yeah. And you've also done other types of genres, like, let's say, superhero horror.
But a coming-of-age movie.
Coming-of-age movie. Yeah. And I was wondering, like, let's say if you can have, like, the superhero stuff, like the New Mutants, and then stuff like this with the drama and the maybe betrayal and then faults and regret.
and mortality. You know, I guess all three of these movies deal, the three that I call romance movies, deal with mortality and all that.
And so if you can combine that, like, what would be like that dream project?
I don't know, but if I would never tell anybody in an interview, because then, you know, you'd have given your idea away.
Yeah,
you know what
for
I mean?
sure,
but I mean, I'm every however many years I like to do a movie like this, and again, it's the reason I have a career, was my first movie, Stuck in Love, which has a very similar footprint to these two movies. And I like to do things to not get bored in the meantime around those things, like try a Stephen King thing because I had a relationship with him since I was a kid, or New Mutants because I loved Marvel Comics when I was a kid, but I was more interested in doing it, The Breakfast Club, than making a superhero movie. It's all the same sort of thing. I guess I'm the factor that's the same thing, but for me, it's all the music and the performances and the feeling.
Oh yeah. And I guess because you gravitate towards like these characters that are human and with
messy,
and like I don't know how you like try to navigate that, balance things out. Like let's have a little
You're
bit more
always
uplifting
looking
stuff.
for levity. And you're always trying to choose actors that are gifted at improvisation so that they can give you things that are better than what's on the page. So like I'm always hoping for every single person that I hire to be better than me, to know more than me, and to be able to contribute something that I didn't know enough to contribute or I didn't think of. My editor told me that Steven Soderbergh, who my editor worked on Out of Sight and Aaron Brockovich back then, and he's been an editor for 30 years or 40 years almost, and he's edited everything I've ever done. And he said, Soderbergh said, one person can't think of everything. So you're looking for as many people as you can to help you think of all that other stuff, and you're looking for people who have a similar temperament to you and people who have a similar feeling. I don't know what that means. I've been very lucky with all the cast that I've had in all my movies. I've gotten incredible actors. I wouldn't even know how to work with a non-actor to get a performance, because my first movie I had 2 Academy Award winners, So I was spoiled from the beginning with great actors. So, actors, soundtrack, the right tone, the right feeling, and that's what I'm trying to do every time.